Hi, my dear friends. Imagine a nation that loses its faith. What happens next? Who are we without a spiritual core, without the deep beliefs that guided generations before us? Faith isn't just religion. It's the code a nation lives by. It's what lifted entire peoples from ruin and carried them through their darkest trials. Ever wondered why some countries rise while others fall? The answer often isn't in weapons or wealth, but in the spiritual strength of the people. In this video, you'll discover how faith shapes the soul of nations, with real stories from history that might just shift the way you see the world. Stick around. This could change everything. Every nation has a soul. But where does that soul come from? It's not just about traditions or language. A nation's true soul is its faith. Spiritual beliefs shape how people respond to hardship, how they treat one another, and even how they build their future. Take the Jewish people, for example, scattered across the world for thousands of years, persecuted and nearly wiped out multiple times. But what held them together? Faith. Faith in God, in their covenant, in their laws and identity. That belief kept them united even without a homeland, and it gave them the strength to rebuild Israel in the 20th century. Now let's look at Japan. The samurai lived by Bushido, a code rooted in Buddhism and Shintoism. These spiritual roots instilled discipline, respect, and duty deep into Japanese culture. After World War II, it was this cultural backbone that helped Japan rise from devastation to global leadership. Think about Ukraine. Our ancestors once followed pagan beliefs, then embraced Christianity. But at the core, Ukrainians have always believed in freedom, dignity, and truth. That inner conviction brought people to the Maidan and gave them the courage to defend their homeland during war. A Ukrainian without faith is like a tree without roots. Even in the United States, spiritual belief was a driving force. The founding fathers were deeply religious. They didn't just write laws, they embedded values. Today, America is diverse, but its foundation was built on Protestant ethics, hard work, individual responsibility, and belief in a higher purpose. Nations that lose their spiritual compass often become vulnerable. The Soviet Union, for example, tried to erase religion. But what was left behind? A kind of emptiness. Without a moral core, people are more easily manipulated. Societies fall into despair, and regimes become oppressive. Yet when a people returns to their core beliefs, they rise again. Poland is a great example. During communism, Catholicism helped the Polish hold on to their identity. Pope John Paul II, a Pole, became a global symbol of spiritual resistance and hope. Faith doesn't always mean belief in God. It can mean belief in freedom, in justice, in humanity. Look at Scandinavia. Many there are secular, yet their belief in dignity, equality, and social justice forms the spiritual heart of their society. History teaches us, a people with faith can survive anything. A people without it fade. That's why spiritual values matter so much. Not just prayer, but living with integrity, passing on a sense of right and wrong, truth and fairness. Let's look at Korea. North Korea erased spiritual life and replaced it with a cult of personality. The result? Isolation, suffering, control. Meanwhile, South Korea embraced spiritual traditions, including Christianity, and built a society that thrives economically and morally. Another fascinating example is India. Despite being home to many religions and castes, Indians stay united through deep beliefs in karma, dharma, and rebirth. These give them resilience, patience, and a kind of inner strength that helps them handle life's toughest challenges. And even now, in a rapidly changing world, the nations that hold on to their spiritual foundations have the best chance to adapt and thrive. Technology may change everything, but faith is what keeps us human. So the real question is, what do you believe in? Because your belief doesn't just shape your life, it shapes your country. If you believe in good, you create good. If you believe in truth, you help truth grow. Don't ever think your faith is small. The future of a nation starts with the quiet strength of individuals. One Moses led people out of slavery. One Gandhi changed history. One Taras Shevchenko woke up a nation with his words. A nation without faith is like a body without a soul. It's just a crowd. But a nation with faith, that's a force. A people like that can change the world, rise from ashes, and leave a legacy that lasts forever. If you've made it this far, that means there's something powerful inside you. A faith that uplifts, inspires, and endures. Share in the comments what you believe in. If this video gets 5,000 likes, I'll create a new episode with real-life stories of how faith changed people's lives. So don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button.